It's going back a while now since I first had one of you on this show. Actually, I think you may have been one of my first ever guests, like nearly 15 years ago, Callum. But now,
Really?
yeah, it's been a while.
15 years.
It's about
The
that.
last time I did an interview with you was when you came around my house.
Yeah, for your album
Remember?
launch.
Yeah, the album.
Yeah, but
You might
now
have seen that. We
it's
were sat on my little pink sofa.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm joined by Callum and Josh from Hot Sauce. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah,
All
we're
good.
good.
Nice to
Yeah,
see you.
it is. Like I said though, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been chatting. I think it's about 15 years because I'm pretty sure it was when I was first started on Voice. About 6 months in, you were on the show. So it's,
That's
it's been some
15
time.
years. That's mad.
Yeah,
I can't
That must have
believe.
been, so was that like Brother Goose?
Yeah, would have
Oh
been
yeah,
Brother
yeah.
Goose. Yeah. That is crazy, Simon.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
And we've
But you
both
know,
not aged. We've both not aged a day.
I mean, I've
Still
aged
young.
about four times.
4 days. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously, so yes, Hot Sauce, it's your new project, and it seems to have just taken on a complete life of its own, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It feels that way. Sometimes we're a bit like we don't. If it still feels like we're completely new, like just figuring stuff out, and it's great. Like it feels like there is sort of a bit of energy and a bit of momentum with it, but at the same time, we're just like, what are we doing? I don't know. We're still like, yeah,
The thing is, like, Josh and I have known each other since we were about 10 or 11 years old. And we've always done like little musical bits together. And probably about 2 years ago, we both found each other like we weren't really doing anything massively like originals wise, project wise. So we just started writing songs together, not with this hot sauce thing in mind. Um,
yeah. Because like some of the songs that they probably have, like so, Romance is Dead. We probably started about 2 years ago.
yeah,
With no there was no plan for it, no project for it necessarily. It might have been Callum's solo stuff, but we were just writing music, and it it kind of felt like there was like a new sound to it that it was different to stuff we'd done before. So it felt like we don't really know where this sits or what we're going to do with it. And yeah, we're probably about a year and a half of just getting together, writing stuff. Um,
that
trying stuff like just whatever.
there
Yeah,
was no plan,
yeah,
and in some ways that's the nice thing about it because it was never like right we're gonna take over the world and we're gonna be the biggest band ever or there was no strategy. I mean
Yeah.
there is kind of now, but you know at that time it was more natural. We just got together a couple of times a week and we wrote in this very room. And this is kind of part of why I suppose Hot Sauce ever happened. Josh built this studio himself out of cob. So it's built out of like
it's got clay on the walls
clay and
and
horsehair. It's like a completely hand built thing. And this space was sitting here, and we were like, look, this is just an idea. We love obviously recording and writing, so it was more of a therapy thing for a bit, I
Mm.
suppose, like a
and it
music
was
therapy
and the
thing.
nice thing was we there was no genre necessarily we were writing. We were just it was just whatever we felt like writing at the time, and just having a bit of fun with it. And yeah, it did feel like certain songs were starting to fit in a certain
Yeah,
sound that felt like it feels like its own project. And so then bit of back and forth deciding, shall we do it, shall we not do it, do we want to do it, do we not want to do it, and then yeah, then
yeah,
here we are.
and
Hot sauce.
yeah, and even the name, like it's not something where we set out and we thought, you know, let's create. We really want to be in a band called Hot Sauce. It's all just happened like week on week and naturally and very organically, and yeah, it's great. It's been great fun and from my point of view, it's great. And it's probably the same for Josh. Like we're best friends, so it's been great to do a project like this with no pressure and just like hang out with your mate
Mm.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just write music. It's just been really good fun.
I was going to say that. Is it because obviously you've both been doing music around the South Coast for, a very long time now. So, and also I feel especially with you, Callum, there was like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to try and push yourself to be the best that you could be. Then obviously now you're taking like a step back. You went, right, we're just going to start writing some music for fun, keep it to ourselves because there was no pressure. Do you think that's why this project has become so easy and organically grown as it has?
Probably. It's difficult to like, I mean, it's easy to say, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
difficult to say, I suppose, but I think so. I think I've always wanted to be in a band. and I've always wanted like the solo stuff for me was great, and I loved doing the shows and playing all round and doing big shows in Southampton and stuff and releasing the album and all that jazz. But I always wanted to be in a band, and Josh was the reason I ever started doing music. I know that sounds really cringy and cringy, but it's true. Like Josh is the reason when I was like 11 years old I ever picked up a guitar.
The funny story about this. So we met at school in year 7, and I played guitar. So Callum was like, "Oh, come round, like play guitar. Can you play the Arctic Monkeys?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can play the Arctic Monkeys." So I went round and I was showing him some bits on the guitar. So he asked his mum to buy him a guitar, and then she bought him a bass. And it turned up, and he was like, said to me, "Is this doesn't look right?" And I was like, "That's a bass." And he was like, "Oh, I'll try it out, and I'll see how I get on."
I played bass for about a week. Yeah. I said, "Mum, it's missing 2 strings. Can you take it back?" Yeah. It's just funny how it's funny how things happen and how things end up. It's like, yeah, I just feel like it's like something that I really wanted. I really wanted to work with Josh for a long time.
Yeah.
Josh has been doing other projects. I've been doing other stuff for a long time. Josh lived in London and Cardiff and different places, so it just wasn't possible. And it's just happened quite naturally now.
See, one thing I really do like about Hot Sauce is your voices working together so well. The harmonies are just, I think that's what kind of separates this from other projects I think I've heard you do before. It's just the vocals just so, I don't know how to describe it. It's just really cool. Like,
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think again that is something that the only reason that happened was because we were writing these songs, and I might have a little idea for a melody, so I would get on the mic and sing it, and then might say, "Oh, Callum, you sing that part as well," or vice versa. Callum might come up with something, and then I'd sing on it as well, so that because it was like, well, we don't know what's going to happen. And then we started listening to it. I was like, oh, it kind of works quite well, us both singing on them. Because I guess in the back of my mind, it was always going to be Callum singing on it.
Yeah.
So I would sing something and say to Callum, you sing it as well. And then when I can take my voice out. And then we were like, oh, it's kind of like the voices work together. And it was quite an organic thing of like, maybe that's what it is. We should just,
yeah. I think there's a few things to it though as well. I think a lot of it stems from the kind of bands that we listened to growing up. Josh and I are both, I'm not saying they're anything like Queen, but we're both massive Queen fans. And we also both used to sing together, like in year 7 at school. We used to do like the school assemblies, and we were in Grease, the musical together, like little things like this. So we've always kind of sung together, but never like in a serious format.
Yeah.
So we kind of know how each other's voices work, and our voices are quite similar in some ways, but also quite different. So yeah, again, it's just it's just been a happy accident, the whole thing.
And this happy accident has rolled on to supporting Mcfly at St. Mary's.
So there you go.
Are you sure? Yeah, anytime someone says that to me, I'm like, can you repeat that? Can you say that again? Yeah, so we're doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when this interview will go out, but in about 3 weeks from now.
So it'll be about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So in 2 weeks, yeah, we're doing St. Mary's Stadium with Mcfly, Sophie Ellis Bextor, and Scout for Girls.
Just what?
So, sometimes people I'll be talking to people about the band, and then they were like, "You got any gigs coming up?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've got a gig." They were like, "Where is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, St. Mary's Stadium." Yeah. Anyway, carry on. I'm like, "How do I say this about?"
It's funny. We've been rehearsing, and in rehearsal, sometimes we've got an excellent band as well that we've managed to pull together through different. It's like a bit of a super group that we've pulled together from different projects in Southampton. And one of the band will say something like, "Oh, so for the stadium show, what pedal we're going to use?" And I'm like, "Well, don't say that so blasé, like it's a normal thing. Like stop. It's just nuts. It's just honestly, Simon. It's like, and I don't think it will really feel real until we've done it. But yeah, I mean, we're both massive Saints fans. And it's been a huge. It's been like for me, it's always been like the end. Hopefully, this isn't the end, but like the end goal has been like, I want to play at St Mary's Stadium, and
It is like a bucket list thing.
it's honestly like a one of those things that I can take. We can take to our grave and be like, we've done that. Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully nothing happens in the next few weeks. But
It's like mad. Like as Saints fans, I would say like I can remember the first game I went to when I was about 8 or 9. I can remember exactly what it felt like sitting in the stands and watching Saints, and it's just the idea that that kid is now going to be playing St Mary's Stadium it is like mind blowing. Really.
bonkers.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. I don't even think we really understand how bonkers it is. Like, because it's like, oh yeah, we're laughing about it and we're joking about it, and like when every day I text Josh like 20 days to go, 19 days to go, and like it's a bit of a joke, but then afterwards, I think it will take months. Honestly, I'm not just saying that to like overhype it. I think it will take months for us to really realize what it is that we've just done. No band from Southampton has ever played at St Mary's Stadium.
Because like I said to you, like I honestly thought it was a bit of a joke when you first posted up, because I thought obviously hot sauce, it's a new project. I thought it was a good way of trying to get people to engage with the page. I was like, oh, that's quite a fun way of doing it. And then I clicked on the link and I was like, oh no, this is this is legit. This is actually real. Like,
You're not the only one that had that, and again, like I don't blame people for that because we didn't anticipate it. And you know, loads of people have said to me, oh yeah, well, you're playing at St Mary's, are you?" And I'm like, no,
here we are.
we actually are. So yeah, and it's really cool now. Like Josh did the Southampton Marathon a few weeks ago, and you obviously run through the stadium at one point in the marathon, and there was people like, bear in mind we've only started releasing music 8-9 months ago.
Yeah.
We've done like 2 gigs at that point. We'd only done 1 gig, and people were shouting out,
Go on, hot sauce!
"Go on, hot sauce!" Josh is like,
sweating like so much.
fair play to him. No, he did an excellent job.
Because your first headline show was at Heartbreakers, that sold out. Which that in itself, that's quite a big achievement, really, for a brand new product to sell out Heartbreakers off the back.
We were so surprised by that. I think we went into that show. We were like, right. I think when we first started the project, we released some music. We didn't have a plan necessarily of what the live show was going to be. Obviously, just being a 2-piece, it's quite difficult. We were like, do we do it as a 2-piece? Do we want a band? Blah blah. And so we thought, let's book a show at Heartbreakers. We'll announce it. We'll kind of, and it was going to be like a way to just try it out and see how it works playing live. And then so we weren't necessarily expecting it to sell out, and then we were like, oh wow, they sold out. This is
We set ourselves a little goal of like, if we can half sell it, if we can do like 50 people, amazing, incredible. Like, and it was almost like a way for us to just get out and try the songs, like almost like a live rehearsal. And then about a week before the gig, it was like, oh yeah, we sold it out now, so we better be good.
better actually practice.
Yeah, we better actually learn. So yeah, and that was really fun as well. It was a great night, and it was just so cool to hear these songs that we've written in this room, then like loud in a room full of people, and there were people that knew the tunes and stuff. So that was fun. Yeah.
So how did the Mcfly gig come about? Do you think?
I don't really know.
I think Callum will play this down a lot to people, but he has worked very hard, like for years, doing stuff in the fan zone with random little what's it called, the Gasworks bar or something.
Now, but yeah, it's the Gasworks.
And like for not much money, like they were never like really well paid, but it was because he loved Saints and he loved playing music. And you've built like a bit of a relationship with the club in a certain way, and I think that has had a big part in it, in that, just that hard work and sort of always turning up and doing a good job and just actually being a nice person and smiling and wanting to do a good job for the club.
He's never normally this nice to me, so I'm staying quiet. Carry on.
And obviously, like we sit here and we go, I have no idea how this has happened, but there is in the background. There's been a lot of probably gigs where you think, oh, I can't bother to this today, but
But I would say yes, I've for years and years I've like done gigs at Saints, right? But it was never with the intention of one day they'll offer me one day they'll offer me the stadium. It was always like, cool, I might get a couple of free tickets, or I might make a few new fans or whatever. And then they reached out basically and said, we've got an event happening on the 7th of June. And
Well,
I
it's just
knew,
called just an event.
well,
Just an event.
I think they were playing it down to begin with. I think they needed to like put a few things in place and get confirmation from the right people and stuff. So I came to Josh and I said, "Oh, I knew what was happening on the 7th of June. I'd looked it up, but I already knew." And I said, "Oh, I think that they might be asking us, playing in the car park or something before the Mcfly are playing that day.
Yeah.
Like, so, I thought maybe we'll be playing as fans are coming in, or we'll do like an acoustic thing.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I didn't know.
Fans
They just
do.
said, "Are you free?" And so we kept our diaries free, and then so we run an open mic night as well at the Dell pub at St Mary's Stadium. And one of the nights we went there, we pulled up in our cars together.
We'd literally just turned up.
And it's almost, this is why I think it's like written in the stars. We pulled up next to each other. Josh rolled down his window. I rolled down my window.
We're just like, oh yeah,
we're just chatting, going on our phones, waiting to go in. And Josh went, check Instagram. And we looked on Instagram. We both looked up and looked at each other. And we'd had a message on our Instagram saying, yeah, do you want to play with Mcfly? And we honestly
No.
are fake. Yeah. Like, how much? No, but it was like, we were like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
And obviously, like it's really amazing that the club or they have decided that, because they've got the Let's Rock the day before, and then obviously this Mcfly show that they're putting on, and the fact that they've gone, let's give some opportunities to some local bands, like they've got the Battle of the Bands for the first lot as well. I think you wouldn't very often get that from something as big as like St Mary's Stadium to go, yeah, do you know what? Let's give it a chance.
That never happened. Even
And
at big major festivals, it's so hard to get onto those big shows unless you've got an agent or unless you're like best friends with someone that's on the bookings team. It's pretty much impossible. So
and obviously
for them to do that is massive.
And we're very lucky to be almost like in the right place at the right time. They like the music. We've done a few bits of content in the stadium, and just in all these different threads, it's been picked up by the right people. And yeah, we're just very lucky to.
What we should start telling people is that we planned this all along. This is years in the making, Simon. We've been planning this for years.
Blueprints over there.
It kind of does show that the hard work and dedication of just being involved, never giving up on music. Because like I said, you've been doing this for as long as I've been doing radio. Like, you've always been out there pushing yourself, trying, going out and doing the gigs to two people, doing those, and just keep going, which is really hard to do.
And it's the same for you. It's exactly, and you probably feel the same way. But you're doing some amazing stuff yourself. Like, persistence is so important, and I get loads of people asking me like, "Oh, what?" And I'm not in any way in a position to give anyone advice because we make this up as we go along. But people say, like, "Oh, what would you suggest? Like, how do I get onto big gigs, or how do I build an audience, or how do I?" And the answer really is just keep turning up. Like, just be reliable and keep turning up and be nice to people and have fun with it at the same time. And eventually, sod's law is not sod's law. What am I trying to say? Like, eventually something will potentially just happen.
Yeah.
Like it's, and also don't beat yourself up too much that it's not happening. we didn't start this project thinking, right, we haven't been successful in our other projects, and this has to be, we have to do something huge. We have to play in a stadium. Like that was never the thing.
Because
And it's
also
almost like
that's the,
when you're not expecting it, when you're
yeah.
off guard, that's when it will happen.
Because also playing a stadium, just that's I reckon like only like 1% of bands, even if that, get to play a stadium. Like it's a really it's got to be a rare thing. Like
Yes.
most
Yeah.
people, you would do the joiners, 8065, things like that. Playing the Guildhall is quite a big thing. Like there's massive bands that's the biggest they'll ever get, like to play. So to be in a stadium that's got to be like the 1% of the 1% sort of thing.
The thing is, the gig's on a Sunday, and I don't know how I'm going to get up for work on the Monday.
You're
Have
not
you not
going to
booked it
work.
off?
No.
I've booked it off. I've booked it off. But you're
No.
right. Like it's it's honestly mind blowing. It's mind blowing, and we're so grateful.
Yeah.
Like we just keep saying to each other, like, is this actually real? Is this just real life, or is this just fantasy?
And then the worst thing is though, then you start to think we actually have to go on stage and play. Like we better actually, yeah. I'm sometimes I think about it, and then I'm like I get so nervous. I'm like like it's all good. It's like it's great thinking about it. Like I'm playing stadium, and it's like we actually have to do it.
But yes, I agree with what you're saying totally, and it's great to feel nervous because it just means you want to do well, right?
Yeah.
But and I want to say this in a way where I'm not sounding like too egotistical, but like it's for me it feels anyway that it's almost like written in the stars a little bit. Like Josh and I are huge Saints fans, and I've done all this stuff with the club. Josh has done some really huge shows in other projects. We've come together, best mates, and now this is happening like so soon.
Yeah.
It just feels so exciting, like so like almost overwhelming.
But it's really cool to see. Like I said, obviously you were one of the first guests I've ever had on, and there's been a few bands that when I first started that I've seen grow. Like obviously the Crystal Tides guys, they're doing really well for themselves now. Obviously Slacker are signed and they're playing festivals in America. Like it's really cool to be able to say like, oh yeah, I was interviewing these bands and now they've kept at it. They've kept showing up, and now they're doing what they want to do. Like it's really cool to see that it does. It's not always going to work. You can put as much hard work in as you can. And there is an element of luck with all of
Yeah.
it, but if you don't show up, you don't know. And it's great to see people actually succeeding with it.
Yeah. And that's the thing is as well, what is success? Like,
Wow, that's a very long
no,
question.
I won't go too like deep into it, but like for us, before this gig was offered to us, success was just releasing a few tunes and having a few people go, oh, that's a cool song. That was like for us, that was like wow. Like,
But the crazy thing is, and like you just said about sometimes you just got to show up, is that there was a point 9 months ago where we might not have even ever released this stuff. We were sitting on it for a year or so. I remember we went just before Christmas, not last year, but the year before, and we were in the pub in Hamble, not Hamble, Botley, and listening to it. We're like, is this cool? Is this cool? Yeah, this is cool. What are we going to do with this? and we might have just gone like just that decision to just do something. Sometimes that's all you just got to go for it.
Yeah. But we're a bit lost for words by Simon, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. But the big question is though, what's next? Where do you kind of go after St. Mary's?
We're probably gonna. That's it now. I think.
I would happily retire. I would happily just be like, well, done it. No,
and
I mean, who knows? Who knows? We'd love to just keep playing shows and keep writing music together. That's it.
The only real plan we have is we've got loads more music that we're working on. We'll be releasing loads more music, and we're gonna just see what happens. Because I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do after this. So Well, the main thing is like this project for us has always been about releasing music and writing music and making music together. So that's what we'll keep doing, and we'll let the rest work itself out. I think.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
it's about letting it naturally happen and not
Yeah.
being like too pushy and being like, I've been guilty of it before with my old solo, the solo stuff where I like put so much pressure on myself and I need to get on a tour, or I need to be on this festival, or I need to be doing this because all the other bands are doing it. And it's like, well, no, just enjoy writing some music, and then you write better music because of that, and then see what happens. Like there's no, whatever happens, happens. We're
Yeah.
just, grateful, very grateful.
No, it's amazing, and like I said, it's amazing to see over the years just how far it's come. And obviously, to be playing St Mary's is just a ridiculous thing to be happening. It's so cool. And thank you for joining the show. And just don't mess up on the 7th of June.
We'll try our best.
Yeah, we'll try our best to not mess up.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. It's been
All right. Cheers.
good.
Thank you.
Cheers.